ஐயா வாழ்க வளமுடன்.
வாழ்க வளமுடன். Am I audible?
Yeah, audible.
Oh, okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you.
Be blessed by the divine. Be blessed by the divine. Be blessed by the divine. Dear sisters and brothers, and all Sky members, good evening once again. Today, our food for thought topic is mastering time management. It's very common subject, time management. Mastering means learning or art of utilizing the time or understand the importance of time. So that's called mastering. So today let us discuss about this time management. Though it is very common subject, today I am going to discuss about personal life as well as professional life, how we can utilize or prioritize our timing and how we can success in our life. So as we said, time management is very essential key. So it has to be mastered by having the clarity of critical area in our personal life and professional life. So one of the very important skill, that is time is very essential key or skill to achieve success in our life, which all we know. The modern life or in the modern society, so many things are demanding our times, isn't it? That's why time allocation become very essential these days. We need to utilize the timing very effectively. Time is very limited resources. Even for me also 24 hours, for you also 24 hours, for everybody it's a 24 hours. As rightly said, time and tide wait for none. How we can identify our key area or critical area, or how we can give priority in our life apart from the corporate culture or corporate time management in our personal life? In my opinion, these four are critical area in our life. One, I can say the first one, work, and second one, call it as family life. Third one, of course, health is important, and fourth one, spirituality. So these are all key area or critical area, I can say. Define the priority which is very essential for our success. So let us start from spirituality. Of course, spirituality is very important tool or important key for our success. So to manage your mind or your daily day-to-day emotions, spirituality practice is very important. Of course, you need to give time for the activities, that is spiritual related activity. This could be meditation, or this could be prayer or worship, whatever the way, you know. Example, if you are allocating 30 minutes for spirituality time, so that will help for the complete day success. Am I right? Then secondly, health. Of course, this is also one of the critical area. You need to allocate your time for your health. Normally for Sky Yoga members, we practice exercise, of course, which may take 40 minutes or 1 hour time, including all exercises. So health also very important tool, in our life to have success in our life. Then third one, of course, job. We have lot of demand, so we need to fulfill our job properly, perfectly. So we have to allocate the timing for our job also. Then the fourth one, family. Spend your time with your family. Could be like 1 hour or 30 minutes, whatever, effective time. So this four key area or priority area, I can say: spirituality and health and your job and your family. And if you have remaining time apart from this, of course you can allocate for your service, social service, or any kind of social service, I can say. Remember that people always demand for your time. Of course, your friends or whoever it may be. If they are demanding your time for ineffective productivity or ineffective activity, you should be very conscious. So as I said, time management is very essential key. It has to be mastered by having the clarity of critical area in our life. So addition to that, I would like to start from some discipline. What is mean by discipline? Discipline means a time for everything, everything in its time. A time for everything and everything in its time. It is not that really we don't have time, isn't it? We know what example, what time the news will come. Like the flash news or headlines will come. We know 7 o'clock is headline time or 8 o'clock is the headline time. You know the timing. And similarly, we can talk in very humorous way. Serial time, whatever whatever currently running, famous serial, Pontian. So even I watch sometimes. So we know the timing. So everything has time, but we should remember everything which is time pass, we do it by time. Everything which is a time pass, we do it by time. Everything that is important, we don't have time. Today, if I'll ask, have we exercised? Most of us, okay. I mean, for our normal people, it's okay. Simplified Sky members, fine, we can say. But other common people, if I'll ask, have you exercised? People will say, we don't have time for it. You consider maybe people, to repair their heart, depending on the place where you go, the cost of surgery, which may take lakhs in rupees, and similarly you consider value of our kidney, it's a worth of several lakhs. The creator has given us very immaculate body, and he has requested only one thing. What is that? Can you take care of it? With this limited time resource, can you take care of it? And also you consider few minutes of silence every day. People don't have time to sit and observe silence or meditate. We can say either silence or meditation or prayer or worship, whatever it may be. Let us consider one more instant or example. If someone will say, I will get you appointment with the prime minister or chief minister, one to one. People will say, I don't have time. Definitely we will find some time. Am I right? And also another one, if I'll say, I'll get appointment with the great musician A.R. Rahman, you will have one to one sitting with him. People will say, I don't have time. Definitely they won't say. Similarly, meditation or prayer is an appointment with the God. Am I right? Meditation is an appointment with God, but we don't have time for God or nature. We all become so busy, we don't have time to be with God these days. We don't have time to pray or worship or observe silence. So as I said before, everything which is not important, we have time. Everything which is not important, we have time. But everything which is important, we don't have time. So we all are disappointed in our life, isn't it? We all are disappointed in our life. What's the reason, Because we don't get appointment with God or nature. That's the reason we are disappointed. And as I said, what is meant by discipline? It's very simple meaning. Identify what is important for me in my life. Identify what is important for me in my life. That is called a discipline. And let us talk about parenting also. What is called parenting? When children say, till 10 o'clock or 11 o'clock, I don't get to see my parents at all. You consider the maybe the person or children studying 9th standard or 10th standard. If he is telling, I don't get time to see my parents at all. Schools are focusing on academics. They are giving the homework and other busy activities. Schools are always focusing on the academics, and parents or father is focusing on his career success and our success. So who is going to take care of our children? Where is the time? One story I was listening, a child came to dad and asked dad, can you give me 2000 rupees? Dad was so busy on his laptop or mobile phone, no time. But he just snatched 2000 rupees note and he gave to his child. Just have it. The child, what he did, from the pillow behind, below the pillow, child drew another 2000 rupees note. Now child had 4000 rupees in his hand. The child gave back to dad and said, Dad, I heard your consultation fee is 3000 rupees. I have 4000 with me now. Can you invest time with me, please? So much demand, people are not getting time for parenting activity. For a client who is willing to give 2000 rupees or 3000 rupees, we have time in general. You can consider as a doctor, consulting fee is 1000 rupees or 500 rupees. Getting it from patient. We have time. But for our children, we don't have time. We don't have family timing. For our children, in spite of having parents, have become moral orphanage, because there is nobody to tell what is right or what is wrong. The reason I am stressing this point, the parenting also very important. We need to consider in our time management. So we don't have normally people in general, in the public society, we don't have meaningful communication with our family or children anymore in general. And as a family, we don't have time. The only thing we sit and if you'll ask your friend, how much time do you spend with your family? He will say, when we are watching the TV, no, I sit with my family or I spend time with my family. That is not family time, am I right? That is TV time or technology time or a cinema time, we can say. It's not called as a family time. Some of us, what we discuss, it won't be pleasant actually. It will make us guilty. But the purpose, it is not make you to guilty by telling this statement. The purpose is to wake you up for the public in general. If people are listening this and if they are getting transformation, that is a great point, the value of time today topic, I mean to say. And as a 1 minute, sorry. I was listening some story or some good lesson. What are the family timing? Time management is not clock management. People normally will think like, time management means clock management. No, I should be very punctual. I should be very honest. That is not only time management. That is not, it's not a clock management. Example, if I'll say, I will spend 1 hour or 30 minutes with my family, maybe 7 to 8 p.m. It is not amount of time you spent with your family. We need to consider quality of time you spend with your family. Sometime 30 minutes or 10-15 minutes also with your beloved one with 100% involvement will make up for the full day. If you ask again some people, do you have family time? What do you do in that time? No, we go to movie or we go to cinema, we watch movies, etc. Family time means the time we look at each other within the family. Family time means argue each other but end up with smile and appreciate each other. That's what Swamiji has given beautifully, Wife Appreciation Day also. In that particular day only we get chance to watch each other, through eye contact. Again, family time means it is a time you ask your child or son or daughter to dance and celebrate each other. Your full involvement, right? And family time means pull your father and mother legs with sweet childhood memories, recalling all your old memories. These are all family timing, I can say. And you don't know why you are laughing, and ending up with tears, with happiness, and again you are, continuing your laughing. That's called family timing. Time management, as I said, it is not just a clock management. And I would like to, so far we have discussed about normal family, day-to-day, personal time management activities. And when you focus on the corporate level time management, your professional life time management, what are the techniques you can follow, to be very efficient or effective in your day-to-day activities to complete your task. As I said, we need to spend the right time for the right activity, making best use of time. That is called time management. Few techniques, as recommended by many, philosophers for good effective time management. First, we need to make to-do list. We can create a list even for a day or a week or a month or even for a year, as we follow in our system also, like, Sky, we follow 1 year calendar or 1 month calendar, etc. So important technique is to-do list. We can list out what are the activities needs to be done. And secondly, understand urgency and important. This we can mostly apply on your professional life. First, list out the thing and understand what is urgency and what is important. As you know, the quadrant, four type of category we can classify. One is urgent and important in day-to-day life. Second category, second quadrant, I can say not urgent but important, maybe long-term goal. The first one I can say day-to-day activity. It is very urgent also, very important also, which you need to finish today itself. And second category, I can say long-term goal. It is not urgent but very, very important. That is called long-term goal. Third one, I can say urgent but not important. The third category, I can say. And fourth category, not at all urgent, not at all important, which means we can ignore some extent. So as second technique, we can follow, understand the urgency and understand the importance. And third one, I can say stay focused. If you are taking any task, stay focused. I would like to share small difference between busy people and productive people. Busy people and productive people. As you know, smart work and hard work. Similarly, busy people always will have n number of tasks. But productive people will have only specific task, maybe 2 or 3 for today. And busy people always will say yes quickly without thinking. But productive people will think twice before saying or telling yes. Busy people keep all the door open. Even if they are sitting in the cabin, they don't close the cabin because there will be a lot of distraction. Busy people keep all door open, but productive people close all the door. I have taken specific task today, I need to complete it, very focused. Busy people, we can say multitasking activity. They must be doing multitasking activity on day-to-day activity. I mean day-to-day routine. But productive people will be very concentrated on their goal. Busy people will wait for the advice, but productive people will go for real action, get the job done. So this is small differentiation between smart work and hard work, or busy people or productive people. And fourth tool technique, I can say, add life to work. It is not that we need to work, maybe if you are working in an organization 8 hours, 9 hours, it is not that we need to work for continuous 10 hours. You take small break, go for a cup of tea, 5 minutes, and refresh your mind. Or if you have any personal calls during that specific time, you can go for personal calls. Lunchtime 30 minutes means specifically 30 minutes, then go for your continue your work. So add life to your work and set realistic task. Normally in the industry people say smart task or smart goal. Smart means specific, measurable, achievable, and it should be realistic and time bound. So always, even in our personal life, if you are setting any goal, it should be smart goal. As I said, specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and time bound. So set realistic task in your personal or professional life, and don't overload yourself. Another technique for effective time management: don't overload yourself. Dedicate your work to your subordinates, or even in your family. Give small work to your life partner. If you have any work, bank work or school work, you can give to your wife or your husband. No, you can share your work. Don't overload yourself. And another technique: be disciplined, be punctual. Example: taking frequent leaves or going to office late or coming back early. These are all, like, it is not effective time management. So be disciplined and be punctual, and be organized in your work area. Like, normally if you'll go and see in the office, most of the people will maintain their work area very neatly, like, so be organized in your work area and enjoy your work. You should enjoy your work. Be loyal, be honest to your employer. So by following these small techniques, definitely we can have good time management in our day-to-day activities. So what are the benefits you will get by doing this good time management, or mastering the time management? Of course, definitely you will save time, because you are allocating the priority in advance, either morning or one day before itself. You are uh, allocating your priority, and it will reduce the stress. Of course, if you are not very organized, if you don't manage your time, you will be very much stressed. So time management will give stress. It will minimize your stress or reduce your stress, and your work output will be very high. If you follow good time management, of course your work output will be very high. It help you to prioritize your activities, like 1 2 3 4, whatever. So you can prioritize your work, and also your quality output will be, I mean, the quality work will be your output, not just sake of doing your task. Your activity will be, I mean, with the good quality output. And of course, if you follow certain time management techniques, the self discipline will come automatically. And finally, during time management, get more work done in very less time. These are all the benefits normally we get if you follow the time management activity. And as discussed in previous classes also, normally the 10 good habits of successful people or highly effective people, I would like to remind you or indicate you once again. The 10 great habits of successful people or highly effective people. Number one: successful people always will get up early, because if you'll get up early, you will have more time in your hand. You will have more productive time. Productivity will be high because you get up early, you can utilize the complete day. And second one, the second habit of successful people is treating failure as a gold. Even the great people, including APJ Abdul Kalam, said, treat your failure as a gold. From failures only you can learn the lesson, right? So that is second habit of great people. Third one, reading every day. Any kind of good, motivational books or some spiritual books which will improve your knowledge. So reading every day also one of the important habit for the successful people. And fourth one, making sacrifices. Of course, if you are working in an organization, particularly during this time, we cannot expect we can go exactly at 9 o'clock, we can come back at 6 o'clock. If any assignments to be completed during month end or year end, of course, you need to complete and come. So making sacrifices also one of the important habit for the successful people. And procrastination, it means postponing all the activity. So successful people don't do this procrastination. And another tool or another habit, I can say, self improvement. The successful people always will look for self improvement. That's called the evaluation. What in our spiritual language we call it as introspection. Like, whatever you have done today, you just sit and introspect yourself. Is it right or wrong? Or, so that is called self improvement or self evaluation. And another one good habit is networking. The successful people will have good working. That's called satsanga, I can say in spiritual language. Like, networking with the good minded people or right minded people. That's called networking. And another one good habit what successful people will follow. In our system, we take it as first tool, but generally exercise. Any kind of exercise, like either go for a walk or go for jogging or walking or any simplified exercise. That also one of the important tool for the successful people. And ninth great habit of good people or great people is meditation. It's a common terminology, meditation. It can be prayer or worship or silence, or merging with nature. Meditation also one of the important tool to have success in our life, because during meditation the mental frequency will come down. You can handle the emotions very well in your day-to-day activities, and you will have the successful day. And 10th is the last habit is time management. As I said, mastering time management means utilizing the resources completely and effectively. That also one of the important habit of successful people. So as a conclusion, prioritize the skill of time management or time leadership. It's very simple. Prioritize what activity is important to you. Prioritize what activity is important to you. Put first thing in first place, and the last thing will take care of themselves. So before you give your time and energy to something, ask yourself, before you give your time and energy to something, ask yourself, it is going to create value for yourself or value for the world. So that is called mastering the time management. So with this small information, I am concluding my food for thought topic today. Thank you for this great opportunity. Thank you. Be blessed by the divine.
Thank you, Aya. Thank you for your valuable information.